Here we are in year 2026. Here we are in year 2026 with all this surveillance and monitoring going on. It's a separation for the, what I hear some TI say, the extrajudicial punishment. That surveillance is for them. That surveillance is for the what they deem as real threats to the system, real threats. So let's just go into the mind of the hackers, or not even the hackers. Let's go into the mind of the bases where these people work at, or where they look through the cameras and the surveillance of the drones in the sky. The cars with the really big antennas, these LED lights, you know what I'm saying? That's not based upon your everyday committed crime people. They're like, oh no, that's out of our jurisdiction. We're gonna leave that to the regular police, or we're gonna leave that to the community if they catch them. You get what I'm saying? So let's say they got all this surveillance. You a TI. You just simply going to wash your clothes? Are you simply going to work? Are you simply just doing your everyday thing? You know what I mean? While you're out, there's somebody else committing some type of crime. It's happening. Right now, somebody's probably getting, it's on camera. Somebody's probably getting beat up. Somebody's probably getting robbed. You know what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? Things like that. It'd be on camera, a woman getting raped on camera, a child getting molested on camera. Boom. But are they going to pay attention to the real criminals? No, they're going to pay attention to the who? To the TI. They put all this super surveillance for their enjoyment. You know, and then they gaslight and they basically fool the community. You know what I'm saying? Like they're really here to stop crime. They're really here to make this world a better place. No, it's about control. It's about, you know what I'm saying, who they deem slipped out of the system or slipped out of the hole or anything like that. You know what I mean? It's all about a line of control. It's all about putting people, what they call, in their place. You know what I'm saying? So whatever programming that the upper echelons or whatever has set up for you to be in that the programming, or you didn't fall for the trap, or you didn't fall for the bait. Because now I see like this, a lot of the people, like, it just be designed for like setups. Either it's like setups to, you know what I'm saying, to turn me into a criminal. You know what I mean? A setup like that. Or it's basically just control. Like, you know what I'm saying? Get me in the military, get me in one of their churches so they can get like the credit and control like that. And that's just not, it just doesn't resonate with you. You know what I'm saying? I respect religion. I respect people's religious belief. I follow the Bible. You know what I'm saying? I follow Christ. I believe in the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. You know what I'm saying? But everybody has their own twists and turns and thought processes of how to be a Christian and the proper way of how Christians should go about things. You know what I'm saying? So I don't agree 100% with everything what everybody agree with. And it's not because of my pride. It's not because of the program is hurting my feelings and I just don't want to get with these people. No, that's not the case. You know what I'm saying? Just I don't agree 100% with how certain other people agree. You get what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, this is the program that I'm in. You know what I mean? They try to get these honey traps. They try to use honey traps, and I know what the honey traps are designed for. Just off the desperacy, just off how they reset, there's no genuine feelings. All of it is like a reset. They reset, start all over. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like they want to put me in a sexual deviant situation. You know what I'm saying? It's like the overall outcome is to make me a sex offender. You get what I'm saying? You know what I mean? It's like they want to get to a point where they want to register me. They don't want me to be able to be at nowhere around no public schools, around no public libraries, any big public places. They don't want me around nowhere like that. You know what I'm saying? They want the hidden target now to be kind of like the known target. Now it's like boom, or put you in some type of psychiatric evaluation. Take your rights away like that. It's like, you know what I mean? Or commit some type of big crime where you're locked away behind bars, you know what I'm saying? Are you dead? If these people can't control you the way they want to control you. You get what I'm saying? Or you can let us look like heroes, you know, play in let us control you, let us, you know what I'm saying? Let us assign you a handler. You know what I'm saying? And like, nah, that's just not how that's not how it's gonna work. You know what I'm saying? If it gotta be like this where everything is just dry, every situation is just artificial, whatever the lies have been told to people, you know what I'm saying? Boom. Then that's just what it's gonna have to be. You get what I'm saying? Because they're not using this surveillance that they show us. When the program goes overt, covert, we have no idea. Covert, we have no idea that they have this amount of surveillance. They have this amount of control that, you know what I'm saying, so many people can be involved. Like I hear other TIs say like John Wick 3, when that one part where he went excommunicado, you know what I'm saying, where everybody was against him and he seen how much control them people had. With a snap of a finger, everybody just stopped. Like everybody was stopped. All of them were active. The homeless man watching them, everybody watching them. When the program go overt, you get that snap of a finger. You get to see how many people are, how the mechanism, or however this force is. You know what I'm saying? It activates something in your mind, your brain. Something activates, and you see the system. You see the entity behind it that's controlling these people. You see it. And like it's mind-boggling. And then they show you the surveillance that they have. You will always be like you don't even know where all the surveillance is coming from. It's so much surveillance. So now that you see how much surveillance they have, it makes you think like they should be able to stop crime. They should be able to stop crime. You know, the stuff that you see on the news that people do, that's when the actual people with their literal cameras, that has nothing to do with the gang stalking program. Nothing. You know what I'm saying? It has nothing to do. They ignore that stuff. They see it. They see the crime. They see the crime that people do. You know what I'm saying? That's what lets me think that I'm pretty sure, since what they're doing is criminal, that they allow criminals to get away with certain things. You know what I'm saying? But I'm pretty sure it's a price they have to pay to get away with certain criminals, to be able to sell drugs, to be able to do certain things, kill people, murder. You know what I'm saying? It's like boom, like you probably have to go through these people. They control that. You know what I'm saying? Because they're overlooking the crimes that's going on. People got to think. If you're a TI and you see all the surveillance that's going on around everywhere, all the surveillance that's going on around everywhere, right? That should let you know, people doing crime and people just getting away with crime is fake. That's why, you know what I'm saying, I agree that the streets is dead. You know what I'm saying? Like even though in Atlanta they tried to have a movement, which a lot of other people just really got mad about. Like, oh, the streets is dead all of a sudden because Young Thug and his crew, everybody was snitches and rats. And now since Atlanta feel bad for their crew for being rats and stuff, they supposed to move the goalposts. You know what I'm saying? The morals, the codes, the ethics. You know what I'm saying? So that the rats and stuff can have respect again. You know what I'm saying? And some street dudes trying to stand on like, nah, y'all didn't act like that when 6ix9ine, because he was from New York, y'all dragged his name through the mud. So now 6ix9ine feel hurt about it, like, oh, all of a sudden, since now one of your homeboys is snitching and stuff, it's all cool. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to the rat stuff, like, you know what I'm saying? If you are active in the streets and you trying to tell to lessen your time, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? To get out of there, you know what I'm saying? If that's what you stand on, you have to stand on that's what you stand on. You know what I'm saying? Unless you just, give your life to God and stuff, or you really broadcast that you turned a new leaf and stuff like that. You gotta get out of the streets from there. You know what I'm saying? I'm out of that situation. What I'm saying is the streets is dead is because it's not like how it was back in the day. Like, people didn't have all this technology, all this surveillance. And who knows? What if they did? You know what I'm saying? But as a T.I., you understand when you see the entity behind this surveillance system is almost like omnipresent in a way. Like, they want to imitate God so much. It's like this eagle eye surveillance system, this God's eye surveillance system, this technology, the AI. It sees damn near everything. They got drones in the sky. They see damn near. No one could. How you think they found Osama bin Laden? They been knew where Osama bin Laden was at, but they just needed Obama, you know what I'm saying, to look really good. Because of all the mess that George Bush did, now they wanted Obama to look. They been knew where Osama was at. Ain't nobody can hide. There's really no such thing as a fugitive. They just let the system play the game. Let the people play themselves. You know what I'm saying? Them people ain't that much of a threat. What's a threat is a TI. According to the system, a threat is a TI. And what does normal TIs do that I see? I don't see other than the TIs that snap out on that MK Ultra stuff and just buy a lot of guns, but that's what they want. That's what they want. They could stop that from happening. They could have stopped Myron May from, they seen them getting them guns. They could have stopped that from happening. But that's the end result. That's what they want. You know what I'm saying? They don't care about the sacrificial pawn pieces. You know what I mean? All they care is about their narrative and it hitting the direct results of the narrative that they want. This game stalking gonna be for a long time, especially for people who actually refuse to compromise. You know what I'm saying? You know, because if everything was without this extrajudicial system, everything would have to be done rightfully. You actually have to break the law. You know what I'm saying? There actually be somebody that can convict you for breaking the law. You get what I mean? But no, it's all type of accusations going on around the air. It's all type of narratives being painted. You know what I'm saying? They put you in this artificial competition and they want to create more crime. They want to push you, you know what I'm saying, into a dark person. They want to make you a manifestation of the narratives that they have created for you. You get what I'm saying? And you got a whole bunch of people that know like half truths and stuff like that. And it's just crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's just really wild. And the whole thing about it is you just doing everything the right way. You going back and forth to work. You doing what you need to do. You staying out the way. Everything that you need to do. You're doing everything that you need. You're doing everything that you need to do. You know what I'm saying? But now they got this system set up for this extrajudicial punishment program, thinking that it's going to get you out of your character. You see what you're dealing with every day, 24/7. You see what you're dealing with. You're dealing with an evil system that hides behind God. You know what I mean? You're dealing with secret societies and fraternities and occultists and people that's part of the dark arts and people that's not even knowledgeable of the dark arts. Because just because you see people with the devil horns and the rock star stuff and all that crazy tattoos, they may not think that they're in devil worship. They may think that they worship God. You know what I'm saying? They just think it's cool. But they unknowingly worshiping Satan. And then you got people that know what that's about, and they about it, and they stand on their 10 about it. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody is acknowledgeable about what's going on. You know what I'm saying? And there's levels to the knowledge of what people know. You get what I'm saying? And these handlers are really just playing people at the end of the day. And people really think that they standing behind God, behind the entity system, dark system like this. They actually think that this is the hand of God that's being displayed. They really do. And they think they're doing God's work. They think they're doing God's will. You know what I'm saying? They think they'll be rewarded in heaven for this. You know what I mean? It's almost like, you know, with some of the Arabic belief. They was like, oh, you know what I'm saying? If you blow yourself up, you crash out, you blow yourself up, you'll be rewarded with what did I say? Like a certain amount of virgins in heaven. And these people, dang, the Arabic people, some of them must be so perverted in their head. They like, man, I take myself out now and God will bless me with virgins in heaven. You don't even know what type of body you're going to have. You don't even know what type of being you're going to be in heaven. But you still thinking on an earthly mindset that you're going to have virgins in heaven? But this is the same way how they can twist religion, twist belief. And guess what? The people going to stand behind it. You know what I'm saying? If they feel like it's true, they going to stand behind it. I'm like, oh, yeah, we going to heaven. They bragging about going to heaven. My thing is, I'm not here to say who's going to go to heaven and who's going to go to hell, because I understand in the Bible that God is the judge of that spiritual matter. God is the judge of that. Now, when it comes to this worldly system and the worldly things, they had a system in place for that. What's the need for this extrajudicial system? What's the need for all this surveillance if they're not using it to their advantage to actually stop crime? You know what I'm saying? Right now, look on your news, it's crime. But also, wherever the TI go, why is there all these drones? Why is there all these cameras? Why is there all these special lights? Why, everywhere you go, like, if you go to a certain position, it might be like flickering the lights. You know what I'm saying? They watch you at all times. Like you just this crime boss. Like you just this kingpin. Like you just this terrorist, you know what I'm saying? Like you just this sex trafficker, man operating of some type of sex trafficking and stuff going on. And this stuff is still going on to this day with all the surveillance system that they have. Why is people so just focused on little old me? Because I refuse to compromise. I refuse to let the program control me to fit their narrative. And they look like, oh, who does he think he is? You know what I'm saying? A person that just ain't letting up. You just gonna have to do what you gotta do the right way. You know what I'm saying? This extrajudicial punishment is not the right way. You feel me? It's not something that's broadcasting on the media. It's something that's handled in the shadows. It's something handled in the secret. You get what I'm saying? And a bunch of people playing off your top. And the only way that it's going to be able to seep down into your mind to get a reaction is your emotions. If you allow your emotions to get the best of you. And that's what happens. People just allow their emotions to get the best of them. They allow their emotions to get the best of them. That's how they end up crashing out. So a lot of the TIs that went missing, you know what I'm saying? A lot of them that went missing, those were the real TIs. They were really giving you real live documentation. And some of them that went missing, they were agents. You know what I'm saying? They just played their part. They did what they had to do. They good. You get what I'm saying? They did what they had to do. They good. They up out of there. You know what I mean? They spread their disinformation. They up out of there. But some of them people, you know what I'm saying? They were real TIs. They were real TIs. And they up out of there. And right now in 2026, the TI community, where people are supposed to be trauma bonding, which really is a trauma bonding community. Trauma bonding, we're basically experiencing the same suffering. We're experiencing the same painful experiences, mentally, psychologically. You know what I'm saying? And that's the community. It's a bunch of people that's victims of the gang stalking program that is very hard to prove to the public society, to the regular people. You know what I'm saying? So we trauma bond and we bounce ideas and our experiences to sharpen ourselves up so that hopefully we can get a grasp of what's going on with us. You know what I'm saying? But now it's just became some stuff where, you know what I mean, certain people that is actually hitting the hammer on the nail, that's actually, you know, really starting to cause change, they blackball them. They excommunicate them from the TI community. You know what I mean? They get no love, no none of that. It's a certain, you know what I mean? It's a certain narrative that they have to push, certain indirects that they have to say, certain things to keep a certain people down and to keep a certain people up. And it's like, only way you really gonna get your voice heard is you gotta go through these gatekeepers. You gotta go through these certain people that they put in place. And majority of those people that be speaking, that has all those views, have all those subscribers, they don't be having no type of documentations or any type of proof of their actual real footage experience of them going through the targeting. They don't have no proof, no actual footage that they're going through the targeting at all. They just got a whole bunch of knowledge, which is cool. I appreciate the knowledge because some of that knowledge has helped me. Oh, you good? Some of that knowledge has helped me. You know what I'm saying? But it's still, you just got to put two and two together. You still have to put two and two together. You know what I mean? Like a TI is going to have some type of footage. I'm going to keep saying that. I'm going to keep preaching it till the cows come home. A TI has to have some type of footage, something, some type of documentation of live footage that you could show some, all right, what's going on? You could show some of the military operations that's being ran on you. You could show that. You could show some of the military operations that's being ran on you. So some type of military operation. But they ain't gonna show that. They gonna explain, oh, you know what I mean? I don't feel like I need to do all that, bro. I don't feel like I need to do all that documentation. Just a waste of time. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna get nowhere. This is just a waste of time. They just want us to look crazy. People that say that you need to be spreading documentation, they agents, they just want you to look crazy, bro. I ain't got to do no documentation. You got to show some type of proof in anything that you get into. In anything that you get into, you got to show some type of proof. You want a job, you got to show them why you want the job. You know what I'm saying? Your experiences and stuff like that. You get what I mean? They don't want to just hear you talk about it. They want to see some proof. So the same thing with the TI community is just like, dang, people just nowadays, they just like, yeah, they just go with the narrative. You know what I'm saying? And it sucks. It is what it is. It's life. It's what we have to deal with. It's cool. That's why I just stick to myself. I see the truth for what it is. People can't just fool me. I don't care how many views. I don't care how much subscribers you have. Yeah, I watch other people's channel that I probably wouldn't rock with in the physical. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just because I watch your channel don't mean that I have to rock with you, and it doesn't also mean that I'm here to bring your channel down or anything like that. Nah, keep your channel going. Support your channel. Keep your channel going. Do what you do. You know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna stop me from watching it. I don't care what the indirects that, because it's a reason why they do the indirects. They trying to chase you away from their channel. They trying to get you off of their channel. You know what I'm saying? They know that you watch their channel. How they know that? Hackers, surveillance. They shouldn't. They don't. You're not subscribed to them. They shouldn't know that you watching their channel. You don't leave comments. They shouldn't know. You don't be knowing who watch your channel, do you? Only way you know who watches your channel is the indirects that they do. They start talking little phrases that you say. They say little phrases that you say. You know what I'm saying? Things, little knowledge that you drop that they actually like kind of can pick up on. They'll say in their videos, and it'd be cool. Because once they say in their videos and they get their 2 cents in, it sharpens the TI community. So I look at everything as a whole, it sharpens the TI community. It's not going to make me hateful of this person, despiteful of this person. You know what I'm saying? It just makes me understand that this person is getting information from people that's part of the program. That's the only way. That's people that's part of the program, that's part of this big surveillance ring that has the ability to watch everything, know what's going on, but they don't hold everybody accountable. Everybody's not being held accountable. Everybody's not being held accountable. You know what I'm saying? Now, when people just do regular crime and they get themselves caught, of course, they'll be held accountable. But the program that has all this surveillance, they gonna turn they head. They gonna let the regular system do the regular things. And that's just not fair. You know what I'm saying? You got all this special surveillance, then everybody should be held accountable. But like I said, the system would crash if that was the case. Because in order for certain people to get paid, there has to be crime. In order for there to be judges, police officers, law enforcement, somebody has to commit crime. If nobody commits crime, there'll be no judges, there'll be no lawyers, there'll be no police officers. So they just letting the system run itself. But they do all this special operation, all this surveillance system on TIs. People they just deem a terrorist, just a monster to society. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like they just like deem you like just some type of bad guy. Just, you know what I mean? Everywhere you go, you gotta be watched. You gotta be, you know what I'm saying? Everywhere you go. And the crazy thing is, the pedophiles ain't even treated like this. That's the crazy thing. The pedophiles don't even get this type of surveillance. They don't even get treated like this. Yeah, what people call PDF files, they don't get treated like this. Yeah, you can look their name up on, you know what I'm saying? They probably might be right next door to you. They don't get treated like this. You know what I'm saying? Only TIs get treated like this. That's how you know the system is very unfair. You get what I'm saying? And they want some mental illness results. They want you to actually be mentally ill. They want some results. They want your spirit to be broken. They want to break your spirit. That's the key. They want to break your spirit. A lot of TIs, I don't know how, have developed strong spirits. Because I'm going to tell you like this. Being a TI, a surviving TI is not easy. It's not easy at all. Don't let people fool you and say that this is easy. It's not easy at all. You know what I'm saying? This psychological game that they play every single day, playing with your livelihood every day, the tactics, people just disassociating themselves from you. Everybody seem like they in on it and you out of it. You don't know what's going on. People gaslight you in it whenever you talk about the program. So you know not to talk about the program to everybody. You know what I'm saying? You just do your indirects and subliminals. Oh, you good? No, you good. You just do your indirects. You know what I'm saying? Because if you know you talk directly, you know what I mean? That can be held against you. So I know TIs know not to say things directly. Because as soon as you say something directly, yeah, it will be held against you. That's like it will be held against me. So it has to be an indirect war going on because they're not doing things the right way. And the point of it is to break the TI spirit, showing you, you know what I mean, what the system, what this dark system is really about, what this control is really, really about. You know what I mean? And people still think it's of God. They got that Arabic twisted, and I ain't saying all Arabic. I ain't saying all Muslim because not all Muslims believe that they're going to be in paradise with virgins, or not all Muslims believe that if they kill themselves, they're going to be in paradise. Not all Muslims is going for that. But it's just to show how people's psychology can be twisted and thinking that they serving God, and they're not. They have been fooled by the handlers. They have been fooled. And if you are nobody, when I say a nobody, of course, everybody's somebody, but in society, they label like nobody, like person ain't really got no reputation, ain't really, you know what I'm saying? You ain't really made your name known out there. So for those who ain't really made their name known out there, they're already gonna look at you like a nobody. And these people, these narcissist people, they got their names all out here. So who you think they gonna believe? Who you think they gonna go for? And especially if they see like people ain't rocking with you, people ain't supporting you, who you think they gonna believe? So I see everything for what it is, you know what I'm saying? But other people, I'm not here to convince and prove to other people that I'm an innocent guy. You know what I'm saying? I'm here to show the proof in the pudding by me waking up every day and my freedom, you know what I'm saying? And showing that TIs that it can be done. Real TIs, it can be done. You know what I'm saying? You don't need fake support to make it out here. You don't need handlers to tell you how to think and what to do to make it out here. You know what I'm saying? You need the real God on your side. You know what I'm saying? You need to find the real God. You know what I mean? You need to get yourself out of this dark system. If you're part of it, if you're part of trying to see somebody's demise and not being handled the right way, you know what I mean? You need to get out of the system. This system ain't what it is, what it is. It's not. You get what I'm saying? And just letting these people know you're not fooling nobody. You're not you're not fooling me. You are fooling people. All right, let me rephrase that. Okay, you are fooling people. People are being fooled. You know, people are very gullible. As you can see, the post I showed about how gang stalkers recruit. You know what I'm saying? Just see how gullible people are. A person could just show up with a badge and be like, hey, I'm part of this agency. I need you to drop a pill in somebody's drink. And they do it without questions. And they do it without questions. It was one scene on there. Hold on one second. I'm gonna put these clothes in here. Give me 1 second, family, and I'll explain. Yeah, back to what I was saying. Hold on 1 second, family. Back to what I was saying. Appreciate y'all's patience on that. But yeah, like I said, it was one clip where I think it was like at McDonald's or something. It was at McDonald's, and somebody convinced one of the managers at McDonald's that they were a police officer and that a lady stole something. Took the lady in the back, made that lady strip her clothes, butt booty naked, made her do jumping jacks, spanked her, spanked that butt, you know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, The girls gave him head, gave him head, and yeah, he later got convicted for that. But that just shows how gullible and dumb people are. Because somebody shows that they have some type of authority, that shows how dumb people are, and they gonna go for it. This lady just, I don't know, she act like she stole a lot of stuff. Like, what? No, you ain't have to do all that. Just lock me up. You ain't got to do all that. How dumb can people be? But that just shows how society is, how dumb society is. We're dealing with a lot of dumb, gullible people. That's intelligent. They're intelligent, but they dumb at the same time. They intelligent, but they dumb at the same time for allowing themselves to get fooled like this. You get what I'm saying? Because some of these people that be playing dumb, when it comes to work, they're very intelligent. When it comes to certain things, topics of their conversations, certain things that they enjoy doing, they be on point. But when it comes to authoritarian figures, telling them what to do, giving them benefits, you know what I'm saying? And for the gullible people that actually think that they standing behind God behind this, that this is divine judgment, that this is God's will. You get what I'm saying? Oh, they behind it 10 toes. You get what I'm saying? So I guess it was Allah's will too for the Arabs to blow themselves up. That was part of God's will, right? Or did they get fooled, or was it part of God's will? Because you're going to have some people say, oh, no, that was God's will. God is in control. That was God's will. God is in control of everything. That was God's will. Yeah, God is in control of everything, but that still don't make sense because we all have free will. And we live in a world that God has gave the authority to Satan over this world. You know what I'm saying? For whatever reason, and as part of his plan, he gave the authority to Satan. So a lot of people are going to be given into the hands of Satan when you're born into this world until God chooses you and you wake up. The innocent people that be born in this world, they usually be the people that get traumatized. They usually be the people that's gullible, that people run over them. The pure innocent people are the ones that get the handlers. You get what I'm saying? And these people just get manipulated and fooled. And that's what's going on. People are intelligent people, but they're just dumb sheeps. Intelligent people, but just dumb sheeps. You know what I'm saying? And just follow whatever narrative. And people just go for it. Just listen to these people. Listen to them. They don't really have nothing to say. But regurgitate the same thing. You get what I'm saying? They gonna come out. Yeah, they gonna come out. You know what I mean? They gonna come out. As programmed, they can do all these things, but stop the real criminals. They doing all that, but guess what? Johnny over somewhere kicking down somebody's door, stealing, and they ain't gonna be able to find Johnny. Johnny got away. They may find him later, but he got away. But the whole time they doing all these games with this surveillance system, doing all this right here and there, you know what I'm saying? Wasting their resources. Wasting their resources all to break a human being's spirit, who they deem, you know what I'm saying, a menace to society. You know what I'm saying? They won't let things organically happen. They have to create the problem. And they're so narcissist, self-centered, that they will never give up. That's how I know this off demonic energy, because that's how the demons operate. That demons will never give up. The demons will never repent. The demons, them spirits, they so broken and tormented and dark, they'll never give up. And that's the same with these narcissist people. They will never give up. They will never give up. They will continue this narrative until, You know what I mean? Either God intervenes, or you know what I'm saying, or you spit up your ghosts. They will never give up. All right. This is a loop. This is the eternal program in this temporary world. You know what I'm saying? Until we everybody meets the real judge and gets the real reality of what's going on. Boom. But the testament of me waking up every day, despite all this witchcraft, ritualistic stuff that these people do, you know what I'm saying, to try to cause death, to try to final destination, because they definitely be trying to final destination, your boy. It be times with frequency when they be spraying up the sky and it be X's in the sky and what some people say is like nanotechnology and stuff like that in the sky. It gets final destination spooky. But guess who navigates and makes sure that I have safe passage to get back and forth home? Safe passage not to mess with the wrong people. Safe passage to the right place to go to. Safe passage to the right things. You get what I'm saying? It's God. My life is a testament of that. Because with all this ritualistic stuff, all this stuff they doing, if I was a dark and demented person, if I was the person that they said I'd be, I've been up out of here. But that's not the case. Why? That's what got these think tanks scratching their head. Why? We got so many people. Who is this person? They getting to the point where they scratching their head trying to figure out who am I? And just a simple person. You know what I'm saying? Got to be a child of God. Got to be a child of God. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to continue to stay out the way, no matter how boring, no matter how dry situations get. If this is what it is, this is what it is. I will not let this criminal dark organization of society participate in breaking my spirit, allowing me to compromise. You know what I'm saying? I would never allow them to mind control me to be a sexual deviant, to fall for these honey traps. They think I'm actually going to fall. I don't care how delicate or how good the honey trap looks or what she does with her mouth or how much time she pushes her tongue through her cheek or how much time, or you know what I mean, the sexual energy she throws at me or anything. I don't care how many times she can shake her butt, you know what I mean, and make her butt wiggle. I don't care. I don't care how fat it is back there. I don't, you know what I mean? I don't care. I don't care how much she tried to show her breasts, her cleavage. I don't care. Like the program already showed me, it's a trap. You better know it's a trap. You think we're gonna let you get that? You best to know it's a trap. We want you out of here. You know what I'm saying? And a trap could mean so many things. Like I heard a T.I. say, like boom, they could just say that you raped them. You know what I'm saying? It could be a trap with STDs. You get what I'm saying? It could be a trap where you don't even know that this person is married and you set up, you in there sleeping with this woman and the husband come in and he blow your brains out and he can get away with it because that's crime of passion. That's crime of passion. Just set your behind up for a crime of passion because you so caught up in your lust. Now, I'm not saying that there ain't real females out here. That's not what I'm saying. They got the police out here. Don't know what's going on, but, you know, program. You know what I mean? There's females out here, you know what I'm saying? And you just have to really discern. You have to really discern. You can't go for the slut buckets. You can't go for the quick thrills. You got to see if this female actually genuinely rock with you. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got to talk for a little minute. You know what I mean? If you don't have that discernment, y'all just have to talk for a little minute. But if you really want to get into the thrills and stuff, and that's just how you get off, you ain't really into no relationship. You just trying to get back into the, you know what I'm saying? The bang, bang, bang. Then you need to do like how Nick Cannon did. Get these women to sign paper to agree to having sex with you. Well, most women ain't finna do all that. They ain't finna sign the paper to have no sex. You tripping. You know what I'm saying? But that's how you gonna save your tail. And anything, she signed that paper and she does have an STD, you can sue her. You know what I'm saying? And you can show the paperwork. You know what I mean? That's why it's like you gotta have paperwork and stuff like that. But if you think you're gonna be able to live a normal life and just be able to bang, bang, bang these honey traps out here and ain't gonna be no consequence or repercussions, you out your rabbit mind. You out your rabbit mind. For a female, even if it's a female TI, y'all gotta talk for a little minute. Y'all gotta talk. Y'all gotta really feel each other out, man. You know what I'm saying? Because anything other than that is a trap. I see it. I would not fall for it. I don't care how many Spanish mommies be around me and stuff like that. That's the old programming. Yeah, my old programming, that's the old programming. This programming here, not happening. I see how serious this is. I didn't know how serious it was, but I see how serious it is now. And so all I can say is good luck with that. You know what I mean? And with that being said, family, y'all just understand what we actually dealing with and keep y'all head up. And peace.